Right, hello, members, family and friends. I welcome you to the Compassionate Friends Candle Lighting Service for 2025. This year we are live streaming the service again, so welcome also to those who are watching us online. For anyone I may not have met, my name is Rosie. I will be your MC for this evening's event. The Compassionate Friends Queensland acknowledges the Turrbal and Yugara people as traditional custodians of the land on which we are gathered tonight, and we pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Now, a couple of housekeeping items before we get underway. If you have a mobile phone with you, please ensure it is off or on silent during the service. If you need the facilities, toilets are located on the outside of the church on my right. If you find that you need to step out during the service, either for yourself or because you need to care for someone else, there is a small room to the left at the front of the church as you came in. That room also has a TV on which you can continue to follow the proceedings. As I mentioned, we are live streaming tonight's service, and the camera and microphone being used for that live stream are just over to my left. I would now like to call on the TCFQ President Peter Hobson to make his welcome address.
Thanks, Rosie, and welcome to all the members, family and friends. Tonight we gather in remembrance of our children, grandchildren, brothers and sisters for the Compassionate Friends Candle Lighting. This is an international event and it's celebrated by TCFs all around the world, and it takes place each year on the second Sunday in December. Although probably not all as hot as we are here tonight. There are a lot of people here tonight that I've known through TCF for a number of years. But there's also quite a few I know that this is your first candle lighting, and some whose bereavement is very recent. I can still remember my first time at a candle lighting, and I recognise the strength it takes to be here, especially in your early grief. But know that tonight you are among people who understand your pain and are here beside you. Grieving is hard work for so many different reasons. But one thing I didn't expect was that it forced my heart and my mind to create space for competing thoughts, emotions and desires to all exist at the same time. Grief opened my eyes to an acceptance that it's okay to feel opposite things at the same time. This can be disorienting, but I've also learned it means I can both grieve the past while I'm still living in the present. It means that the pain of losing my son Brendan exists at the same time as I can feel happiness, hope, and even joy in the world. Most importantly, it means that I never leave Brendan behind, and I carry him forward with me into the present day. I also wanted to share some lines that I heard recently, and it's from a spoken word poet, Andrea Gibson. And she wrote a letter to her partner shortly before she died at age 49 from cancer. And she said, "Dying is the opposite of leaving. When I left my body, I did not go away. That portal of light was not a portal to elsewhere, but a portal to here. I am more here than I ever was before. I am more with you than I ever could have imagined. So close, you look past me when wondering where I am. It's okay. I know that to be human is to be far-sighted. But feel me now, walking the chambers of your heart, pressing my palms to the soft walls of your living. Why did no one tell us that to die is to be reincarnated in those we love while they are still alive? Ask me the altitude of heaven, and I will answer, how tall are you?" When I first heard those words, they really touched me deeply. I'm more here with you than I ever could have imagined. and to die is to be reincarnated in those we love while they are still alive. Thoughts like these reaffirmed my realisation that I don't want to get over the death of my son Brendan, as I want him here with me. I want to embrace the hurt and the pain and to remember how much I love him and miss him. It gives me comfort. So tonight, I hope you can all feel your loved one's spirit and presence beside you, and you can acknowledge the pain of their absence, but recognise the beautiful legacy of their existence. I hope you get some comfort from tonight and that this may continue for all your days to come.
Thank you, Peter. Let me briefly go through the order of events for tonight. We will start the lighting of the candles with 5 candles on the centre table in honour of our loved ones. We light a candle for our grief, 1 for courage, 1 for our memories, 1 for our love, and finally 1 for our hope. After that, we will light the large international candles, which tonight is being done by Roger and Helen, parents of Mitch. Immediately after the lighting of the international candles, we will all come up to light our individual candles in memory of our children. Any members, friends and family who wish to light a candle can come forward to do so. Or you may wish to light a candle next to your loved one's photo, if you have your photo on the table. During or after the lighting of the individual candles, our TCF volunteers will also light candles for the children who are joining us on live stream. I would encourage you to also light your own candles at home at this time. After the individual candles have been lit, we will hear readings that have been selected by families for their loved ones. These readings are shown in the booklet you received on your way in. Some will be read by members, others have chosen for their readings to be done by our volunteers. At the end of the readings, the lights will go down and we have a memory slideshow of the photos and messages that you have sent in for your loved ones. The lights will stay off after the slideshow for a minute or so of quiet contemplation, followed by a closing song, and I will then bring the evening to a close. When lighting your individual candles, you can also put a card on the candelabra with a personal message for your loved one. You would have received a blank card on entry tonight for this purpose. We'll take a couple of minutes now for writing of these messages. If you need a pen to write with or another card, please raise your hand and we will come around to you. Also, when you do come up, please be very mindful of the carpet with a few bumps in it, so be very careful. Thank you, everyone. I'll just read a reflection about lighting of the candles. Christmas is a time when feelings are intensified and memories resurface at every turn. Friends and family may not realise that our grief continues now for some at an even stronger pace. They may even falsely believe it is best not to mention the name of our child or to listen to recollections of other Christmases. We may be advised to remember only the happiest of times and be reminded of our obligation to make a happy time for the remaining family members. However, for us to leave our departed child out of the celebrations would be to leave the heart and soul out of Christmas. Tonight, we pause for a while. We allow a tear to fall. Our feelings are not foreign to the people around us. We are not strangers in our loneliness. Tonight, we can remember our children freely as we remember the light our child brought to us. Some of the brightness comes again into the celebration. Tonight, we light a candle in memory of our children, holding their preciousness as a sacred presence, always within us. The lighting of the candle will not cause us to remember For we remember our children through every season of the year. Nor will extinguishing the flames mean that we magically leave our grief behind. These candles represent the lives of our beloved children and the light they gave to us. Death brought an end to our hopes and dreams for them, and much of each of us died with them. Our child's life is a story cut short, but that does not make our child's story less meaningful. Love is stronger than death. Many waters cannot quench it. Rivers cannot wash it away. The love we gave them and the love they lavished on us is something eternal and endless. It unites us with our departed children. Our children are no longer with us physically, but they are still with us in spirit and always will be. As compassionate friends, we share the pain. As we light the candles tonight, in remembrance of our beloved children, grandchildren and siblings, we do so as those who care, who share and who remember. So Peter, if you'd come up, and Roger and Helen are coming to light the 5 candles and the international candles. Thank you.
So we light these 5 candles in honour of our loved ones. The first candle represents our grief. The pain of losing you is as intense as our love for you. The second candle represents the courage to confront our sorrow, to comfort each other, to change our lives. The third candle we light in your memory. The times we laughed, the times we cried, the times we were angry towards each other, the silly things you did and the caring and joy you gave us. The fourth candle we light for our love. As we enter the holiday season and share this night of remembrance, we light this candle that your light may always shine. And finally, the 5th candle we light for hope, that you will live on through us, never to be erased from our memory, that your lives continue to make a difference in the world, that you are proud of us and that we will be together again. We love you and we remember you.
Now I'd like to invite you to come up and light your candle. Thank you everyone for that. That's just such a special part of tonight. We're now going to do our readings. And some of you will come up and do your reading, other volunteers will read yours for you. So the first reading we have, Jen will read for Patricia Gibson in memory of Jurgen.
God's lent child. I'll lend you for a little while, a child of mine, God said, for you to love the while he lives and mourn for when he's dead. It may be 6 or 7 years, or 42 or 3, but will you, till I call him back, take care of him for me? He'll bring his charms to gladden you, and should his stay be brief, you'll have his lovely memories as a solace for your grief. I cannot promise he will stay, since all from earth return, but there are lessons taught below I want this child to learn. I've looked the whole world over in search for teachers true, and from the folk that crowd life's lane, I have chosen you. Now will you give him all your love, and not think the labour vain? nor hate me when I come to take this lent child back again. I fancied that I heard them say, Dear Lord, thy will be done. For all the joys this child will bring, the risk of grief will run. We will shelter him with tenderness, we'll love him while we may, and for the happiness we've ever known, we'll ever grateful stay. But should the angels call him much sooner than we planned, we'll brave the bitter grief that comes and try to understand.
Thank you, Jen. Now we'll have Julie Doolan to do her reading in memory of Matthew Doolan.
A Picture of You by Deborah Robinson. I only have a picture now, a frozen piece of time, to remind me how it was when you were here and mine. I see your smiling eyes each morning when I wake. I talk to you and place a kiss upon your lovely face. How much I miss you being here, I really cannot say. The ache is deep inside my heart and never goes away. I hear it mentioned often that time will heal the pain, but if I'm being honest, I hope it will remain. I need to feel you constantly to get me through the day. I loved you so very much. Why did you go away? The angels come and took you. That really wasn't fair. They took my one and only son, my future life, my hair. If only they had asked me, I would take your place. I would have done so willingly, leaving you this world to grace. You should have had so many years to watch your life unfold, and in the midst of this, watch me, your mum, grow old. I hope you're watching from above at the daily tasks I do, and let there be no doubt at all, I really do love you.
Thank you, Julie. I'm now going to do a reading for Wendy Golden in memory of Paul Golden. Never forgotten. You'll never be forgotten. That simply cannot be. As long as I'm living, I'll carry you with me. Safely tucked within my heart, your light will always shine, a glowing amber never still, throughout the end of time. No matter what the future brings or what may lie ahead, I know that you will walk with me along the path I tread. So rest, my angel, be at peace, and let your soul fly free. One day I'll join your glorious flight for all eternity. That was by Kelly A. Polly. I'd now like to call on Peter to do a reading for your son Brenton.
Just for today. Just for today, I will try to live through the next 24 hours and not expect to get over my child's death, but instead learn to live with it, just one day at a time. Just for today, I will remember my child's life, not his death, and bask in the comforts of all those treasured days and moments we shared. Just for today, I will smile, no matter how much I hurt on the inside. Or maybe if I smile a little, my heart will soften and I will begin to heal. Just for today, I will reach out to comfort a relative or friend of my child, for they are hurting too, and perhaps we can comfort each other. Just for today, I will free myself from self-inflicted burden of guilt, for deep in my heart, I know that if there was anything in this world I could have done to save my child from death, I would have done it. Just for today, I will honour my child's memory by doing something with another child, because I know that would have made my own child proud. Just for today, I will offer my hand in friendship to another bereaved parent, for I do know how they feel. Just for today, when my heart feels like breaking, I will stop and remember that grief is the price we pay for loving, and the only reason I hurt is because I had the privilege of loving so much. Just for today, I will not compare myself with others. I'm fortunate to be who I am and to have had my child for as long as I did. Just for today, I will allow myself to be happy, for I know that I'm not deserting my child by living on. Just for today, I will accept that I did not die when my child did. My life did go on, and I am the only one who can make that life worthwhile once more. And that's by Vicky Tushin.
Thanks, Peter. Could I now call on Tammy Finberg to do a reading for Emmy?
Nothing too poetic, but it's just something I need to say to Emmy because I never got to say goodbye properly. So, to Emmy, the day you left, I died inside. Yep, thank you. Never to see your smiley face again. When you passed, your spirit came home to me. You are always by my side. My love for you is infinite, unconditional, and you took that with you when you passed. The day you left, all the lights went out in me, but now I know you're at peace. Your spirit is so alive. You were and always will be loved. No one can break our bond. It's as infinite as the heavens above, where your precious soul is now. I feel your love for me as pure as when you were a baby in my arms. I feel your presence even when I think you're gone. You never leave my side. You were my first child, my only child for 14 years, even though you didn't get to know your little sister very well, Abella. Your spirit confirms your love for her. We are all always connected with unconditional love. There are no words that can describe our loss of such a precious, beautiful soul like you, Emmy. Rest in peace, my darling daughter. You are always loved, and that will never end. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy. Our next reading will be Jen, reading for Mia Holland McCormack.
This is for Ryan Taylor, for Mia. 9 years, 9 precious years that you were here, capturing the moments I hold so dear. Your gorgeous smile, my candles light. Every year, your spirit bright. From your first, my little moon, to your 9th, you grew and grew. Year by year, you smiled and laughed as I struggled to get you out of the bath. But the 10th will never be, a future lost, a memory. You are gone, a life too brief, leaving us in unbearable grief. Your journey stopped before it should, leaving memories where you once stood. Though you once reach your 10th year, your 9th bright smiles are ever near. 9 years gone, far too fast. I wasn't ready for the 9th to be your last. 9 years tell a story so sweet of a precious girl who made my life complete. Love you forever and a day, my Mia Moo.
Thanks, Jen. Could I now call on Paul Houston to read in memory of Blake Dallas Houston?
This is for Blake. He left this world on 21st of October 2020. Grief at a Red Light by Jay Raymond. It's ambushing the way it sneaks up on you. Important dates can be anticipated. You know to brace for impact, even certain places Their places can be avoided on particularly difficult days when the air is thick with ache. As time goes on, you learn where some of the pain hides. Grief never leaves completely. You just get better at hurting. It never gets easier. You just go on with half a heart. I'm told that I'll be stronger because of it, but that's hard for me to believe when the one I've lost was also the source of much of my strength. The thing with grief, it often arrives unannounced, breaking you in the middle of an ordinary moment. It lurks, wanting your mind to wander off and for your defences to drop. You'll be waiting at a red light one moment, unable to breathe. The next, you'll be folding towels or peeling an orange, when your legs suddenly give out, and now you're shattered across the floor. I think the hardest part about grieving is the way it kills you while simply trying to survive. Although I never spent all my life with you, I cherish that you spent all your life with me.
Thanks, Paul. And now Peter is going to do a reading for Darren Hunter in memory of Nicholas and Graham.
"3 years ago, my brother Graham lost his son, Nicholas, at only 23 years of age. Young, vibrant, colourful, and always laughter. 2 months ago, we lost my brother Graham. My mum lost her favourite son, the life of the party, the last to leave the party. We have all lost so much in recent times. There is no lesson, there is no logic, but there is loss. They will miss so much of our lives, and life goes on. But it will always be a little bit less for those of us left behind, not as bright or as loud. But we remember them, and they are with us always." In fact, I think one of them might still be here tonight because somebody's blowing out the candles over there. I don't know who it is, but I'm going to leave it.
I'm going to now do a reading for Tina Smith in memory of Cooper Matthews. "Your presence in this world was larger than life to the people that were lucky enough to know you, and your absence will always be felt by so many. You were the gift bringer in a perfect Cooper package, too special and rare to stay too long. Like a rare blooming flower that is so insanely spectacular that it must be short-lived, because to give it longevity would take away from the true awe of its beauty. We all miss you with every breath, and I'm proud that you chose me to be your mum. Fly high, Coop. We all know that wherever you are happy. We will love you and miss you forever, Coop. Love Mum, Pop, Sally, Auntie Veronica, and so many others." Now I'd like to call on Jen to do a reading for Leonie McKay in memory of Gemma Claire McKay.
Candle lighting ceremony reading for Gemma, inspired by Psalm 34:18, Song of Solomon 8:6, and Matthew 18:10. "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and binds up every wound. A mother's love endures beyond the span of days, and the soul of a child is held forever in that love. Though our precious Gemma now walks among the angels, she is not lost to us. For love is stronger than death, and God gathers his children gently into eternal peace. May we take comfort knowing that Gemma rests in the light, and that the bond between mother and daughter is a cord that heaven itself will never break.
Yes, Peter is going to do a reading for Julie and Roy McGregor in memory of Joel McGregor.
And this is a poem by Becky Hemsley. When I am gone. When I'm gone, do not fear my memory. Do not be afraid to speak my name or look through old photographs. Do not be scared to play old videos so that you might hear my voice and see me laughing. Do not be wary of visiting my favourite places or eating my favourite foods or singing along to my favourite songs. I know it will hurt. Those memories will remind you that I am gone. They will stab at you like a knife in an open, gaping wound. Raw, excruciating pain. But after a while, the knife will become less sharp, the wound will become less open, and the pain will become less raw. And those memories will remind you that I was here, that I lived. Do not reduce my life to my death. Speak my name, hear my voice, sing my favourite songs, and visit my favourite places. Because that's how I can stay alive a little, right here with you.
Thanks, Peter. I'm going to now do a reading for my daughter, Jessica. It's entitled Last Night. Last night you came to see me when the darkness had no light. You stepped into my room and I felt your spirit bright. You told me you were happy and removed of earthly pain. You said I must believe that our paths would cross again. You told me you were proud of the life I carry on. You told me you were close, that I'll never be alone. Last night you came to see me, and when morning came around, I knew I wasn't dreaming by your feather on the ground. By Donna Ashworth. And now I'll call upon Jen to do a reading in memory of Michael and for all bereaved parents.
To my beautiful family, I wish you could see your own brilliance. I want you to know how bright you truly are. When I left my body, your heart broke open, all colours to shades of grey, and you felt like an empty shell. You no longer believed you fit anywhere. You felt displaced in a world where no one understood you. You could not understand that the world continued to turn. How can things move forward when all you wanted to do was go back? Little by little, you gathered your shattered pieces, one step in front of the other, one breath at a time. You felt all the pain, shame, regret, anger, doubt, and fear. And then bravely you let it all go when you realised it was not serving your highest good. You cried out in surrender to allow beautiful healing to begin. You understood that you did the very best you could with what you knew at the time. And you continue to do your very best with what you now know. Rest, release, recuperate, honour your emotions, show yourself grace and compassion, give yourself the love that you gave me and continue to give me. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still right there in your heart and soul and alive in a realm the human eye can't see, but it is very real. My light now shines through you and you are very bright. People are in awe of your strength and courage. You encourage others to go on when you don't even realise it. You, just being you, is helping others. You are using your pain in lessons and growth to help others. You are embodying a message through your journey, showing others that it can be done. I love you. I have always loved you. I will always love you. Love never dies and neither do we. We are eternal beings of light, with our energy continuously circling each other in harmony and resonance. We are magnets that are so strong we can never be pulled apart. Our bond is one of eternity, not one of earth. Continue moving through your journey, feeling all your human emotions, with your heart wide open to my enduring love, support and guidance. Trust that our relationship continues and our love grows as you carry on. We will be together again in the same dimension very soon. The human life is truly a blink in eternity. I can see the bigger picture from the perfect place I now reside and know my death was not in vain. We are working as planned for our united soul mission. We are a team in this together forever. I'm so proud of you and want you to feel my love, always and in all ways. Shine bright and let my love fuel you forward as you walk your way home. I'm right here with you every step of the way. Keep going, you've got this. With all my love and eternal life, your child.
Now, thank you, Jen. I'd like to call on Linda and Paul Roberts to do a reading in memory of Katrina Roberts.
What is normal? Normal is having tears waiting behind every smile, because your child is missing from all the important events of your life. Normal is reliving the day your child died, continuously through your eyes and mind. Normal is each year coming up with different things to do to honour your child's memory, like their birthdays and anniversaries, and then surviving these days. Normal is a heartwarming yet sinking feeling at the sight of something special your child would have loved. Normal is knowing that some people may be afraid to mention your child. Normal is making sure that others do remember your child. Normal is asking God why he took your child's life instead of yours, or the person who took theirs. And last of all, normal is hiding all the things that have become normal for you to feel, so that everyone around you will think that you are normal.
Thank you so much for that. Now I'd like to call on Erin, who's doing a reading for Fiona in memory of Robert.
In memory of darling Robert. The Moment That You Left Me by Doug Craven. The moment that you left me, my heart split in two. One side with memories, the other side died with you. I often lay awake at night when the world is fast asleep and take a walk down memory lane with tears upon my cheek. Remembering you is easy, I do it every day, but missing you is a heartache that never goes away. I hold you tightly within my heart, and there you will remain. As my life goes on without you, will never be the same.
Thanks, Erin, Fiona. I'll now do a reading for Robert Tim in memory of Joshua Shane Tim. I could allow the grief to bury me alive, Just let the loss of you crush whatever's left of me. But you're not a memory. You're a light still shining, burning bright, and something I carry with me. When I speak of you, I do so without remorse. I beam with pride. I speak of your exuberance. I give them your energy. I tell them you were art embodied, dancing avant-garde, bold and beautiful. Where you went, sunshine followed. I tell them that you made life musical, every smile a song, every laugh a celebration. Your life, your light changed me in the greatest of ways. All the love shared between us doesn't cease simply because you're not beside me. You're within me, my skin and bones, my heart and soul, the air I breathe, the sun I stand beneath. You are all around. You are everything that made me, and that sort of light never fades. I'll take all the love we shared and continue sharing it. That was by J. Raymond. And now I'd like to call on Katie Woodward to do a reading in memory of Harrison Harry Woodward.
In May of 2023, we lost you, and the ache of that day lingers every single day. At 29, you are my only sibling, my partner in childhood memories, my shadow through the years, and the largest part of our family that can never be replaced. Your soul felt the world so deeply. Your heart, though often heavy with struggles that spanned years, carried a quiet strength and a spark that touched those that knew you. It was too big for this world. Beneath the struggle, there was still you, the brother who loved me and told me how proud he was of me all the time. I hold on to our memories. I relive our conversations and your smile every day. I will never be the same without you here. Mum, Dad, and I have carried the weight of loving you through those hard years, and now we carry the grief of losing you. The first Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, birthday, Easter without you, along with the anniversary, felt raw, heavy, and simply too much. We're learning to hold space for both the love and hurt. I hope you know now, wherever you are, that you are loved immensely. I would do anything to tell you that one more time. Sunny and I talk about you every single day. We take you everywhere with us. Today at this ceremony, I want to honor you for who you are, through the light and the shadows, because every piece of you matters. I would love to tell you a few things that have happened this year that you would be so proud of. Mum has made the most incredible friends and support through this group. You would be so proud of her mental strength. Your puppy Henry has been wonderful company, safety, and comfort for her. Dad traveled to China to visit the places that you loved and felt connected to, and he recently attended a Lady Gaga concert, carrying your passion for her with him. Sunny now understands where you are and collects feathers in keeping you close. And for me, I've kept myself together through this year, reminding and educating myself on the struggles of human life. You have taught me so much about myself throughout this year, and I will use to grow and pay forward. I hope to live each day with as much fight and strength as you had in you every day. You're forever my brother. You're forever missed, forever loved, and forever 29. I love you, Harry.
Thank you very much. That was just lovely. And thank you to everyone for all those beautiful readings. Really makes our heart glad with all those beautiful memories. Now we're going to have the slideshow, and I'll just remind you that at the end of the slideshow, the lights will stay off for about a minute, just for quiet contemplation. And then they'll be turned back on, and then we'll finish with our proceedings. So this is our slideshow. I hope that you have found our gathering tonight to be a source of healing, and that in our shared grief you can be able to get some solace from this time of reflection and remembrance of our loved ones. Thank you to the Annerley Church for again hosting us this year, and also to Bruce Riddell for looking after the lights and sound. This is a big event to put together, and thank you to our volunteers who helped before and on the night. Finally, this time of year can be difficult, especially if this is your first Christmas and holiday season without your child, sibling or grandchild. You may face feelings and memories that can be confronting. Allow yourself to do only what you can from where you are. If you need help, please reach out and call us on the National Support Line. It is open all over the Christmas period. Please stay safe and healthy over the break. Take care of each other and take care of yourself. That brings us to a close. We will move to the hall at the rear of the church for refreshments. There are stairs behind me that will take you outside to the hall, or you can leave through the main doors and walk around the back to the hall. Don't forget to pick up any items you may have on the memory table and to retrieve your card from the candelabra if you wish to take it home with you. Thank you, everyone, and I wish you all a good night.